And everybody, welcome inside the Kirby Lyle Gymnasium. Benjamin Paris welcoming you to some Saturday afternoon Colorado High School basketball on CCSN. Cherry Creek, Chatfield's coming up. We're going to send it down to David Knockel.
Reserves for the Chatfield Chargers, number 25, Campbell Packenbush. Number 4, Fred Pockmeyer. Number 12, Colin Moat. Number 35, Parker Teff. Number 11, Owen Malik. And number 21, Liam McGuire. Starting for the Chargers, number 24, Christian Fouch. Number 15, Marquise Jones. Number 5, Jake Marshall. Number 44, Chase Miller. And number 2, Shea Rumsey. Playing tonight for your Cherry Creek Bruins. Number 1, Matthew Lee. Number 2, Jordan Heron. Number 3, Shep Serker. Number 12, Tony Condon. Number 13, Charlie Eigner. Number 21, Dominic Cesario Scott. Number 23, Quinn Huddleston. And number 24, Cooper Aronic. Starting today for your Cherry Creek Bruins, number 0, Carrie Booth. Number 4, Lake Purchase. Number 5, Remington Larson. Number 10, Asher Knopsinger. And number 11, Trayvon Chambers. Now, Bruins are led by head coach Kent Turner.
All right, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us on Cherry Creek Sports Network. I'm William McDavid, joined today by Cal McDavid, and we have a good one here today as Cherry Creek takes on Chatfield.
Yeah, you know, both of these teams have had some great basketball this season already. This is an added game for Creek after the Denver East game got canceled, but you know, as you can see, the stats for these teams are so similar. Chatfield just leads significantly, only in assists with an extra 2 assists per game, and so just definitely, or sorry, not per game. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, 2 assists per game for Chatfield, but other than that, the stats are very similar. Definitely going to be a great matchup today.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, we're seeing 7.2 steals for each team, and I think defense today is going to be a big thing for both of these teams. We are starting the game off here with Trayvon Chambers shooting foul shots. I believe this is for a technical foul. I don't quite know the reason. Ben, did you catch that?
I think this might be what happens when you dunk during warm-ups.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I can imagine. But I think someone on Chatfield must have dunked during warm-ups. But not an ideal start, going over 2 from the line.
Yeah, definitely. So Bruins will get the ball, though, to start off this first half, and we are underway here in Kirby-Lisle. Booth in the corner. He gets it up to Purchase, and you know, we've definitely seen this Bruins offense evolve throughout the season here. Yesterday, they played Grandview here at home, and they had a great game there, and just like that, we see Larson with a nice little layup.
Yeah, you know, coming back today and playing after playing against Grandview late last night, less than 24 hours after that game, they're playing again. So definitely going to see some fatigue probably from this Bruins team. Big three there by Chatfield.
Yeah, that was number 5, Jake Marshall there. And, you know, I'll be curious to see what approach the Bruins take. They've put some pressure on defense to different teams throughout the season, so I'll be curious to see if even after that game last night, they're still going to do that. Chambers on the nice little shot there, and so far pretty good basketball. Definitely, you know, not a ton of ball movement, but good shots have gone up so far. Chargers moving it around the perimeter. And the deep three there by Chase Miller is no good. And the Bruins are bringing up the ball. And, you know, one of the things that's interesting is it looks like both these teams have guys that are very willing to shoot. And that'll definitely be a factor in today's game.
For sure, especially when you've got those big guys, those typical post players that are willing to play on the perimeter. They can make their three. It's hard to defend that, hard to play against that, and it looks like both these teams have those players. And
nice shot there by Knopfziger off the pass from Purchase, and great ball movement there. You know, you get a second chance opportunity and get up a shot. Bruins with the nice defense. Booth with the contest in the corner, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout here for Chatfield, and nice job there by the Bruins.
Yeah, for sure. Only a few possessions there so far in the first quarter, and both teams taking quite a bit of time off the clock. Obviously, you saw there Chatfield with the Bruins with great defense, trapping in the corner, trying to take advantage of those opportunities. We don't always see the Bruins necessarily have certain defenses that are intentional traps, but they will take advantage of any opportunity to put a lot of pressure on the offense.
Yeah, definitely, and we're seeing a little bit of a size difference here in the lineups today, which isn't something the Bruins have seen a whole lot of so far this season. But Chatfield definitely is a little bit shorter, you know, still big guys, but the Bruins between Knopfziger, Purchase, and Booth have a big lineup, and then they got Cesario Scott coming off the bench. So, you know, definitely something the Bruins will want to take advantage of here in this game today. Larson on the rebound, looking to push it up the court. And they're going to get Chambers on the travel.
I'll tell you what, guys, before that timeout for the first 2.5 minutes, there was no stoppage, no fouls, no really turnovers or out of bounds. So pretty clean basketball so far.
Yeah, for sure, and that's something that we've seen in a couple of other games, and it seems to have worked in the favor for the Bruins if there's less stoppage, less fouls, obviously, and just trying to keep that ball moving. The Bruins work really well in transition, so definitely trying to do that and execute defensively.
Chargers will take the ball baseline out of bounds. Chambers working. And that shot is no good. Chambers with the rebound, looking to push the ball up the court. And Booth with the deep three. And that is no good. Nice board there by Purchase. And that shot will go. And Purchase so far with a couple really nice rebounds in this game, and they've all led to another bucket.
Those second chance opportunities are something that we've talked about a lot this season, and that this Bruins offense is very capable of doing. They're capable of getting their own rebounds, and you can tell they can definitely take advantage of those opportunities.
A little bit of a jump ball there. Jones will end up with it. Chargers looking for a little bit of a pick and roll action. Jones on the shot, that's short. Booth with the nice rebound. And Chambers has the ball.
And we saw this in the JV game right before this. Just this Chatfield defense likes to put a lot of pressure on the offense. They'll press, they will get up the court. So definitely looking to see that in this varsity game as well.
Yeah, definitely. And right there we had Asher Nofziger on the and one shot. And, you know, there you have it, using his size to his advantage and, you know, getting up there and getting the nice finish. And Nofziger hits the first shot for the three-point play. And nice shot there by number 44, Chase Miller. And Purchase responds. Nice little jumper there by Purchase, and he's having a nice game so far.
Yeah, and I definitely would say that we've seen him get into basketball mode this second half of the season so far. The first half, obviously, just a great athlete and makes an impact on the basketball court, but we've seen him have some great games in the last few weeks, really doing a lot on this court.
And there you have it, another rebound there for Purchase. Nofziger will get it to Booth. Booth working inside. His shot's a little long. Larson tried to get the board. And Booth will take the three. Oh, and it looks like they had him at a 2, but Larson working down low, and he gets the shot to fall.
It's always good when you can have, you know, your smallest guy in the court up there rebounding, getting a lot of good offensive rebounds for your team.
And a great defensive play at the other end.
Yeah. First one back down the court.
Exactly. So it looks like they're going to get number 2, Shea Rumsey, on the foul. And in for the Bruins, number 1, Matthew Lee, number 12, Donnie Condon, and number 21, Dominic Cesario Scott. And, you know, I think bench energy today is going to be a big thing. Obviously, the starters came out with a nice little punch in the mouth to Chatfield, and I think if this bench can continue that energy, this is going to be a good game for the Bruins.
For sure. It's relatively quiet in the gym today. Not really a big student section for Creek, so definitely going to be bench energy that drives this team.
And Lee with the nice finish from on the pass from Condon. And, you know, there you have it. You got 2 guys coming right off the bench, and they get the stop on the defensive end and then are able to convert on the offensive end. And that's going to go off the hands of number 25, Packbush. So it will be Bruins ball, and with about 2 minutes left here in this first quarter, the Bruins are up by 13. Cesario Scott inside, and he gets that one to fall.
We've really seen some great passes from the Bruins, great ball movement, and just making that extra pass to find the open man. And they've had Chatfield kind of on their heels a little bit on the defensive side, and so definitely trying to take advantage of that.
Purchase with the nice defense. He's able to tip it away from Miller, but Chatfield will get it back and take the 3. And it's good. That was number 35, Teff, on the shot. And we will get a timeout by the Chargers.
I mean, pretty creative to be able to get Trey flying like that. He doesn't do that too often, usually a pretty good defender, but he sold out there for sure.
Yeah, those are some big plays that you kind of look back and you're like, well, that seemed unnecessary. But, yeah, that's definitely something that people don't think about a lot. That's something that coaches coach a lot is stay down, stay down, stay down. And exactly for that, you know, Trey's going for that. But that's the whole idea of the pump fake, you know, trying to get the team to fly by you, and then you have an wide open shot. So,
yeah, definitely. And, you know, we've seen some nice defense here by the Bruins, and holding a team to 9 points in a quarter is pretty impressive. And I think that if the Bruins can continue to pitch, you know, single or even, you know, low double-digit quarters, they'll be in a really good spot here. We are noticing here that all the players and many spectators are taking advantage of no more masks here in Kirby-Lisle, and it definitely is a nice thing. I noticed it while I was playing. I felt like I was a little bit cooler because I didn't have, you know, something on my face.
And you know, Kel and I were talking about that pregame. It's nice to be able to see each other's smiles while we're broadcasting as well.
Chambers on the three, and it's good. Nice shot there by Trayvon Chambers, and great ball movement again by the Bruins.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot this year, but any of these Bruins players can shoot the three. And so when they get hot, you'll find them trying to find that person on the three-point line, giving them opportunities. And it's definitely an advantage for this team that they have so many people that can shoot the three.
Chatfield will get the rebound. And they're trying to get something moving here on offense. Miller with the drive. He puts one up. No good, but it looks like they are going to get, I believe that is going to be on Cesario Scott for the block. And, you know, those are tough plays when the offensive guy is moving downhill and you're trying to get position, but even if, you know, your feet seem set, if your body's rotated a certain way, or, you know, you're too far down into the key or whatever, they sometimes will call you for that.
Bruins almost got through the whole first quarter without having any fouls, so definitely a different thing than we've seen so far this season. We've seen some high foul count games, so a good way to start the game for the Bruins.
So in for the Bruins was number 0, Carrie Booth. And right now we're definitely seeing more of a guard-heavy lineup for the Bruins. Booth is able to kind of transition between that guard and big position, and it looks like they're going to get Condon on the offensive. So the Chargers will be bringing it up the court. It looks like the Bruins have dropped back into a 2-3 zone.
We've seen them be in this zone a couple of times this season, especially at ends of quarters, just trying to get something different on defense.
And that is a nice shot there by the Chargers, number 5, Jake Marshall. And, you know, you never want to end the quarter with a last-second shot like that, but that was kind of a fluke there. Bruins were trying to play aggressive D, and Marshall just kind of slipped open and was able to throw up a good shot.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back at the end of the beginning of the quarter.
All right, and we are back here at the beginning of the second quarter, and the Bruins are leading over the Chargers 24-12, and you know, we've seen a good game here so far for the Cherry Creek Bruins.
Yeah, Bruins came out with only 2 fouls in the first quarter, Chatfield with only 3 fouls, so pretty low fouling game. We've not seen a lot of stoppage, so definitely going to be an interesting quarter here. Bruins have the 12-point lead, and we saw them come out in that 2-3 zone, back in man now, but definitely playing hard defense.
We got Rumsey on the 3, no good. Lee with the board, they're pushing it up, and he'll pull it out. And you know, a couple of times we've seen the Bruins try to get a little lob pass to Booth there, but there was a 2-on-3 situation, so nice call there probably for Lee to not try to throw that one up. Chambers moving the ball. Kicks it out to Cesario Scott, who takes the deep three. It's a little bit long. Chambers fighting for the rebound. He gets tripped up. I believe they're going to get number 2, Shea Rumsey on the foul. And in for the Bruins, number 5, Remington Larson. And nice effort there by Trayvon Chambers. You know, I think that those big effort plays are what increases the energy for the team, and it builds trust amongst your teammates. And that pass there will go out of bounds. Chatfield will get the ball back. Looking to get something going here. They're going to kick it out. We got 2 guys in the corner. Definitely more movement now. And they're going to get Chambers on the foul. That'll send Jones to the line.
Yeah, you know, Chambers we saw him have that great, kind of offensive play on this side of the court, but he plays hard on defense, and we've seen him have some great defensive stops already this season and in this game already. So I'm going to try to keep that foul count low, but definitely some Bruins are playing some hard defense.
So Jones makes the first one. And he makes the second one. And you said right after the first foul with about 17 seconds left in the first quarter that the Bruins had yet to foul, and here we are now. The foul counts have almost evened up. Chambers with the nice take, and it looks like they're going to get him on the ground on Jones. And in for the game, number 4, Blake Purchase, and number 10, Asher Nofziger. Chambers with the corner 3, and he drills it. Nice shot there by Trayvon Chambers, and he's had a couple nice ones so far.
Good defense there by Asher.
And it looks like they're going to get Booth on the foul. So Pack Bush will head to the line. And he makes the first one.
You know, it's always interesting to watch players, get ready to rebound for free throws. It's a minor thing that I don't think people think about that often, especially if you're watching professional basketball, because they're kind of, the NBA players are such consistent free throw shooters that they don't usually have rebounds. But it's interesting to watch teams strategize with how to get rebounds, because that's a great way to get a second chance opportunity when you aren't able to make your free throw.
And Nofziger with the nice rebound. Bruins not able to secure it, and I think they're going to get Nofziger on the foul. And those calls are tough sometimes because the ball is in the air, everyone's kind of going for it, and loose ball fouls are hard because everyone is just going for the ball. No one is trying to be fouling the other team. Booth with a nice defense. And that shot there by Miller is short. Chargers will get their own rebound. And nice box out there by Purchase. But the pass will go off Chambers' leg. Chargers ball. And I think if the Bruins can limit the Chargers' second chance opportunities, that's going to be big tonight. You force a deeper 3, are able to, not have that one fall, but then you can't get the rebound, and we see it there again. So definitely something the Bruins will want to be conscientious about going into the rest of this game.
For sure. We've seen some big box outs, and just finding your man, boxing them out, that makes a huge, huge difference in rebounding. Obviously, it makes it way easier.
And Miller will take it middle. Nice defense there by Chambers. And it looks like they might get Larson on the foul.
There you have it again. You know, the Chargers are able to get their own rebound, and then we foul. You know, so it's just interesting to see how those little things of not boxing out or, you know, not working hard to get the rebound can lead to either the other team getting more points or your team fouling or, you know, something crazy happening. Definitely something that's a big part of basketball that doesn't get acknowledged as much. You don't always see the stats that's, you know, box outs. It's mostly, you know, you'll see rebounds, but mostly it's offensive points, but that defensive play is so important.
So Miller makes his first, misses his second, and you're definitely right. I think, you know, it's hard because 4 guys could be having perfect box outs, but if one guy doesn't box out like he should, then, you know, the other team could get the rebound. Knopfziger's shot just rims out. And
I like that shot from Asher. He doesn't always shoot the 3, but he's open. I think that's a great shot for him to take.
And nice hustle there by Larson. And once again, there's those hustle plays. Get it on the ground, forcing the jump ball.
I'll tell you what, I was talking to Asher yesterday during math, and I said it, like, it was before the Grandview game, you know, big game tonight. Asher goes, yeah, I'm taking a 3 tonight. I go, what? He goes, yeah, man, I'm trying to work on that shot. So that's something he's been working on.
He was able to hit that 3-pointer last night. He had, I believe he had about 10 points, and I think he was able to get one of those off of a 3-pointer. So a little bit of a frenzy for the ball. Knopfziger ends up with the ball. He's got a couple men deep, and Chambers will launch it down the court. Miller with the nice effort play, and this is unbelievable. Booth now is inside. No shot travel. And that was quite the frenzy there.
What a weird sequence, man.
Crazy scramble plays, and that's where if you get possession of the ball, you kind of just want to, like, take a second, get your team organized, get composed. Obviously, Booth had an open shot there, but it's called on the travel. But still kind of just want to take a second, get your team composed, and figure out where everybody is because you got people on the ground on the other side. But good rebound there by Asher.
Yeah, and he had nice defense there. And, you know, one of the things that's hard is if you can get that defensive stop, but then also come up with the board, that's pretty impressive. Bruins turn over the ball there. Deep threes, no good. Knopfziger with another rebound. And with about 3.5 minutes left here in this first half, Bruins are up by 10. Chambers with the deep 3, no good. Miller with the rebound.
You know, we were talking about ball movement early in the first quarter, and so far these last couple of minutes, we've seen the Bruins have quite a few turnovers, lots of kind of forced shots a little bit, so definitely going to want to get back into that, make that extra pass, find the right shot, because we've seen them take a lot of kind of quick shots and had some easy, kind of lazy turnovers, so going to want to try to get back into that.
We saw another 3-point shot there by Knopfziger.
He wants it bad, man. He really wants it.
He does. I'm feeling it. I think it's going to happen, Ben. Chargers looking to slow it down a little bit. Deep 3 from Miller. It's long. Larson on the rebound. Nice job there by Purchase on the box out. And definitely trying to settle it down here. Knopfziger will set the screen for Chambers, who takes the shot. No good. Nice hustle there by Larson. And Chambers with the acrobatic finish attempt. Knopfziger not able to get that one to fall. Booth is able to get it to go. And we've had a couple of very interesting possessions here in these last couple minutes. Lots of time that the ball is not in anyone's hands. And, you know, I hear the Chatfield coach saying to attack the basket, and I think that's definitely something that both teams are going to want to work on here going into this second half is attacking the basket. We've seen a lot of threes and a lot of shots get shot in this first half, but as we see there, attacking the basket can pay off, and they will get number 5, Remington Larson, on the push.
And, you know, I think this is where we might see some of that had a game last night fatigue set in. You know, these players look like they're tired. They're breathing hard. We saw in that play, you know, Chatfield kind of was able to get the ball back off that long three. And so just, you can see the fatigue setting in a little bit for this Creek team. Coach Sturtinger recognized that as well. Subbed out some players, got some fresh legs in there. But definitely something that the Bruins are going to have to be mindful of going into the second half.
So after the foul shot, Chatfield was able to get their own rebound. And before the shot went up, in for the Bruins was number 1, Matthew Lee, number 21, Dominic Cesario-Scott, and number 24, Cooper Baranek. And, you know, I think Coach Sturtinger here, he's just trying to make sure that his team can continue the momentum going into the end of this second quarter. And he's saying, you know, let's not do anything stupid. We want to make sure that we take care of our possessions, and, you know, just silly things like that. That offensive rebound on the free throw there, everyone seemed to be boxing out, but no one got the shooter. So I think just making sure that they continue to play solid basketball so that they can close out this half feeling good.
Yeah, and, you know, at the beginning of this quarter, I think the Bruins were up 24-12, so obviously now just an 8-point lead for the Bruins. Chatfield's been able to hit a couple of shots. The Bruins have taken some long threes and not gotten any of them to fall. So as you were talking about earlier, I think trying to do something different. Obviously their three is not, they're not feeling it right now, so trying to take advantage, make the extra pass, drive to the basket.
So Lee looking to get the offense started. He'll give it out to Booth. And Booth gets it stolen, and I believe they're also going to get him on the foul.
So we've seen a huge swing in foul count as well. So as the Bruins have only scored 5 points in this quarter, or about, they've also got at least 5 fouls. So Chatfield is now in the bonus. So definitely going to be something they want to tighten up a little bit in this second half.
So that shot will not go. Bruins looking to finish out this quarter strong. Get the ball moving a little bit. And they are going to get Baranek on the offensive foul. And Bruins putting together good defensive stops, and now it's just finishing it down on the offensive end of the floor and getting shots up even. Booth with the nice rebound. And it looks like they're going to get Shea Rumsey on the foul. So Lee will bring it up the court. Booth with a nice little pump fake there, and looks like they're going to get number 5, Jake Marshall, with the hands. And, you know, that's one of the hard things about defense, especially as you get higher and higher in the levels of basketball. You got to move your feet, and if you get your hands out in front or even an arm bar, they're going to call it. So definitely, you know, something to continue watching out for, especially as both of these teams are now in the bonus, and Booth will make his first shot.
Yeah, you know, and I think playing defense against Kerry Booth would be so hard just because he is such a dynamic player. He can shoot the three, he can drive to the basket. He's obviously got the huge height advantage, so I think it would be really hard to play defense against him because you just never know what he's going to do.
It's a nice job there by Cesario-Scott getting the second chance for the Bruins after the missed free throw by Booth. And Lee with the attack. He'll get it to Larson. Larson with the little 15-footer, no good. Baranek puts one up. he will go to the line after the foul on McGuire.
This might be Cooper's first. Oh, sorry about that. This might be Cooper's first trip to the line this season.
I think you might be right.
And his shot is no good. Bruins trying to get back on defense here. Just about 20 seconds left in this first half. And once again got the defender flying, but that shot there is no good. Lee pushing up the court. 5 seconds on the clock. Looking to get one last shot up. Larson, corner three. No good. So at the end of our first half, we have the Bruins with 30 and the Chargers with 21.
Yeah, you know, and we'll definitely be looking to see the Bruins. They've had some shots that haven't been able to fall this quarter. First quarter, they were able to hit some of those shots. So we've seen good defense from both of these teams. Lots of fouls in the second quarter. Both teams ended up in the bonus and Creek in the double bonus. So definitely going to want to tighten that up a little bit this second quarter, but some good basketball that we're seeing.
And with that, we are going to take a quick break here for halftime, and we will be back in the Kirby Lyle Gymnasium for the second half. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Kirby Lyle Gymnasium. Kel McDavid, Ben Paris, and William McDavid, and we have a good one here as the Bruins lead the Chargers 30-21 at half.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a pretty good matchup between these two teams. As we saw in the stats at the beginning of the game, they have pretty similar stats. Both teams playing really well defensively, just trying to get those offensive points to fall. But, yeah, great game so far.
It's almost been a story of 2 quarters because we saw a lot of shooting in the first quarter, not a lot of fouls, not a lot of stoppage. But then second quarter, foul count went up, as you guys talked about, and I can't wait to see what happens in the second half. It's going to be good. It's been a good game.
Yeah, I look forward to it. So we are going to send it down to the court here, and it looks like the Bruins are going to come out with their same starting 5, and from the looks of it, it looks like they're going to start in their 2-3 zone, which we saw a little bit of in the first half, and I feel like it worked pretty well for them. Chargers looking to move the ball. And Miller's shot, no good. Booth with a nice rebound.
You know, I really like that 2-3 zone. That was one of my favorite zones to play in always because as a guard, you have a lot of movement at the top. You can kind of get in those passing lanes easily. And it also allows for you to communicate with your posts a little bit more and know where each other are on defense.
So they will get number 5, Remington Larson, on the foul. Chatfield ball. And now the Bruins have fallen back into man. And, you know, I like the idea of going zone, see what the offense is going to do, and, you know, definitely you can get some good plays out of it. Some teams think of a zone as a slower paced thing, but if you run a zone right, it can definitely be a fast-paced thing. So Booth on the attack there, he will get fouled.
Most of the time, it would be pretty easy, I think, as a ref to call fouls on, like, against Booth, or on the defense against Booth, because he is so close to the rim that if the ball ends up going a different direction, it's probably not that he, like, threw it to the wall. Like, it probably got deflected in some way. Somebody hit his arm. So I think that would probably be easier as a ref to call fouls in favor of Booth.
So nice shots there by Booth. He nails both free throws. And hasn't looked like too much of an issue so far, but definitely has been in past games, free throws. So we'll
Don't say that around Kel.
yeah. Bruins with a nice defensive stop on the other end and are looking to create on offense. Chambers able to get the little floater to fall, and a nice shot there by Chambers.
We've seen Chambers have a lot of baseline drives this season that have resulted in some critical points for the Bruins, and obviously that was a great shot. He has a nice floater from that angle, so something that we definitely are going to see from him as the season continues.
No, I was thinking, Trey going 0 for 2 to start the game. Do we think that maybe, like, that was on purpose?
I don't know why it would be.
I don't know. Because maybe...
What's your theory?
Maybe Dirt's like, okay, like, we'll take possession, like, no jump ball. But maybe he didn't want the free 2 points because, I don't know, maybe he felt bad for the dunking warm-ups. I don't know. I feel like that's something Dirt might do. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was thinking about it.
I guess maybe that's a question for Coach Dirtinger, and it looks like they're going to get number 15 there, Jones, on the foul. And
you know, Coach Dirtinger, we did a little podcast with him earlier this season, got to know him a little bit, but I think he's a nice guy, but I don't know that he'd give up two free points.
That's a conspiracy. So.
I like the thought, Ben.
Thank you. I'm trying to cut Dirt, you know.
Booth with the pull-up 3, and it's good. And I think that's the first 3 we've seen Booth make so far, and that was a nice-looking shot, and Jones will throw that one out of bounds. So Bruins with a nice little run here coming into the second half. And we will get a Chargers timeout, and definitely how you want to come out of halftime. You know, lots of energy, some great shots that they've been able to get up and just good basketball.
For sure. It seems like at the end of that second quarter, the Bruins were just a little bit scrambled, not totally composed, and I think that they've come out, they found their composure at halftime, have come out and have played more of the type of basketball that we've seen them play this whole season.
And they have extended their lead now to 16 in just about 3 minutes here. And, you know, impressive job here by the Bruins. Not only have they scored, I believe, 6 or 7 points, but they've also held Chatfield to 0 points so far in this second half.
We've seen the Bruins have really just dominant defense this season, and I think that's something that's kept them in some of those closer games is their defense, and they getting points off of defensive stops. So definitely something that I think Coach Dertinger values, and the Bruins have done a great job executing different types of defenses and adapting to different teams.
So Larson will bring the ball up the court. Chambers with a nice little move. He dumps it down to Nofziger, and looks like they're going to get number 5, Jake Marshall, on the hold. And that one was pretty obvious. You know, sometimes down there it's harder to tell, but that one, when you have Marshall hanging over Nofziger, that's pretty obvious call there. Purchase with a nice pass to Nofziger, and he is able to finish at the rim. And, you know, that little dunker spot that Purchase was sitting in, that's a really nice spot because the defense has to guard you because you're still a threat to score, but you can see the whole entire court. So really nice job there by Purchase locating down there and getting a nice pass off.
Yeah, for sure. I think teams a lot of times take advantage of that spot when they're playing against a zone and not as much just in regular play, but I think it's something that is a huge advantage for teams if they can find their guy down there and just really have anything available.
So we've seen a couple quick shots off here in the last minute, and it looks like the Bruins are going to try to slow it down a little bit. Purchase on the attack. He shoots it. No good.
Seems like everyone's come out a little cold, and I know especially the Bruins are tired. Not sure the last time their opponents played, but and as I say that, they make a 3, so wow.
Yeah, and
not proud.
You know, that's a tough shot there for the Bruins. You've had a couple nice defensive stops, but every once in a while you'll leave a shooter open, and that's going to happen. But Purchase trying to get the ball on the ground. He's able to do it.
What a pass.
Yeah. And the Chargers will be off to the races. Purchase tried for the block, not able to get it. Miller was able to follow up and finish.
Yeah, no, you know, those scramble plays are so hard. People are going at people's feet, trying to get the ball. You'll see a lot of people end up on the ground, but Bruins able to have a nice little turn right there.
Great finish there by Larson, and I love seeing some of the guys on the bench, you know, they're going up and under and whatever. So nice finish there, though, by Larson. And, you know, we've seen good energy here from the Bruins. That shot by Jones, able to fall.
So now everybody wants to start making shots.
Good job, Ben. You just warmed him up for us.
Thanks, Kel.
And we'll get a timeout here from Coach Dertinger. And for the Bruins, number 1, Matthew Lee, number 12, Donnie Condon, and 21, Dominic Cesario-Scott. And, you know, if you're Coach Dertinger, your team's been playing well so far. They've had good energy. You're about a little over halfway through this third quarter. What are you telling your guys right now?
You know, I think just continuing to play hard defense. He knows this team can shoot. Things will fall on the offensive side eventually, but, you know, just playing hard defense, trying to limit Chatfield's points, continuing to get those rebounds, doing your best to get offensive boards, and just making that extra pass when possible.
So coming out of the timeout, the Bruins will have the ball. And, you know, I'm sure Coach Sturtinger was drawing up some sort of play there to try to capitalize here. I think the Bruins are in a good spot because they can still continue to be aggressive, but they don't have to force any shots. Cesario Scott working down low, and they're going to get him on the travel. Rumsey on the attack, he gets it out to Marshall. Skip over to Miller. Nice defense there by Condon. And he will also get the rebound, looking to push it up the court. He finds Nofziger. And Lee is in the corner. 3, no good. And Chargers pushing it down the court and are able to get that one to go. Nofziger made an attempt at the block. Wasn't able to get it though, and just like that, Chatfield has the lead back down to 11. Nice take there though by Nofziger.
Much more high percentage than that three-point shot.
Yeah.
It did look to me for a half a second
That's
like
what I
he
was
was going to
thinking,
go
yeah.
for that corner 3, but
Hey, if he starts taking those shots, though, then the defense is going to know that he's willing to shoot that shot, and you know he's been working on it, so that shot is going to fall. And so as he starts to do that, he's going to be able to drive just like he just did and get some more open shots because the defense is going to be farther up on him on that three-point line.
and just as you've said that, he's had a couple more opportunities. It looks like they're going to call that out on the Chargers. Bruins ball. And we've seen some nice shots by number 44, Miller, for the Chargers. And he had another 3 down there that wasn't able to fall. But, you know, he's also a threat for them from 3. And Lee with the little floater, no good. Larson working inside. Can't get that rebound.
You know, we see Larson working a lot of times trying to get those offensive boards. He has a little bit of a height disadvantage to be in that spot, but he's always in there trying to get those boards. And we've seen him a couple of times just have those little like putback plays where it almost looks like he should be playing volleyball, just kind of sets it back up there.
Tell you what, Coach Quayle is recruiting hard from this basketball team. I know Asher's going to be on the volleyball team, and I think there's a couple more as well.
I look forward to seeing Asher out on the volleyball court.
He's hyped. He's so excited.
And they're going to get Cesario Scott on the offensive.
I think Dom would be another great addition to that team as well.
Yeah, you would think with his height, you know, just able to obviously jump. And, oh, Coach Quayle even was, I just saw her get up. She is in this gym right now. She just walked out.
Oh, how about that?
So maybe she is really
She's
doing
scouting.
some
I'm
scouting
not-
for her volleyball team.
Big thing is, can she get Carrie, and can Carrie become the next Carter?
I mean, you would think he's played some volleyball with his sister like Carter.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. And they're going to call it out on the Bruins. Chargers ball. And with just about 45 seconds left here in this third quarter, Purchase will be checking in. And the Bruins holding a steady lead at 11. Looking to close this quarter out strong. Purchase up to Chambers, and looks like they're going to get the Chargers on the foul. And that was kind of an awkward spot that Chambers had the ball. He was going right up the middle of the court, and sometimes on those fast breaks, unless you can throw down a dunk like Carrie Booth, it's sometimes tricky to get that layup to go.
Yeah, you would think that those fast break plays would be some of the easier plays, but sometimes those are the hardest shots to get off just because you're open, but your positioning on the court isn't where you want it to be.
And Chambers nails both. And in for the Chargers, number 44, Chase Miller. Bruins put in a little bit of a full court press on the Chargers. And we have a little bit of an alley-oop pass there to Miller. He's able to finish with the lay-in.
And, you know, we were just talking about him before he came out earlier in this quarter, but, you know, he had a couple huge threes to start this game. Obviously is a big player and able to have some nice finishes under the rim as well.
And Lee's shot is blocked there by Miller, it looked like. Chargers pushing up the court. They have a little 3-on-2 situation. Rumsey will be fouled by Purchase, and that will send him to the line for 2.
You know, and that's a hard situation because as we saw down there on the other end of the court, you know, the Chatfield player was able to get set and take that charge, and Purchase was just not quite in the right position there to take that charge, but it didn't look like necessarily that the Chatfield player was under control coming to the rim, but they're going to call that on Purchase because he's not set either. So definitely an interesting thing. Taking charges is so hard, and getting that one-on-one and getting the call in favor of the defense is hard.
A little confusion there on the substitutions for the Chargers. And Rumsey is able to hit his free throw. And Chatfield looking to get a little bit of a pressure here in these last 10 seconds. Chambers with a nice take. No good. Purchase will throw up one more shot, and that's a little bit long. So at the end of 3, the Bruins lead over the Chargers 45-35. And, you know, tell me what you've been seeing so far here in these first 3 quarters.
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing, and I've talked about it a lot, has just been defense. And the Bruins have done a great job playing hard defense. Chatfield has started to put a little bit more pressure on the Bruins as they're bringing the ball up, but they've done a good job adapting to that. They've seen that this season and have done well so far against that. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back at the beginning of the 4th quarter.
And we are back here in Kirby-Lisle to start the 4th quarter here on Cherry Creek Sports Network. The Bruins lead over the Chargers 45-35, and looking to see some good basketball here at the end of this game. Chambers looking to get the ball moving. Nice ball movement so far here by the Bruins. And they're going to get Condon on the offensive.
You know, this is has to be one of the biggest leads the Bruins have had coming into the 4th quarter of a game. And so it's a different way that they've had to kind of approach this. You can see them trying to move the ball, trying not to rush any shots, but definitely different than they've played the whole rest of the season in the 4th quarter. Going to want to try to play their style of basketball still while playing smart, knowing the situation.
So Chatfield bringing the ball up the court. A little bit of ISO action here. They get it out to Miller. He attacks hard and is able to get the little hook shot to go. And definitely feeling a little bit more energy here for Chatfield as they enter this 4th quarter. And they know what, you know, this is it now. And, you know, they got to come out and have a good start to this quarter. And if they can do that, then they might have a chance at this game. Bruins looking to take a good possession. Nice shot there by Cesario Scott, and he makes it. And, you know, that is a solid possession there. They got a lot of ball movement, was able to take some time off the clock, and then get an open, uncontested shot. Miller with the three, and it's good. And Miller has shown that he is not afraid to shoot it, and definitely something the Bruins will want to watch out for here in these last 6 minutes. And it looks like they are going to get the Chargers on a foul. And something that Chatfield will want to be careful of. They have 5 fouls right now, so definitely don't want to put the Bruins in the bonus too early.
For sure, and the Bruins are not necessarily in a position to give up a ton of fouls either. Don't want to give Chatfield any points.
And really nice effort there by Condon. I don't really know how he got that pass off to Cesario Scott, but they will have called him out of bounds. And you're right, Chatfield has much higher sense of urgency here, and they are going to get the Chargers on the offensive.
Looks like it's getting a little bit chippy out there. It looks like these players are talking to each other a little bit. I've seen the refs talking to the players as they're running down the court for both teams every single possession so far. So definitely I think getting a little bit chippy out there.
Yeah, and you know, it's bound to here in these late game situations, but I think if both teams can just keep their composure, that's where the best basketball is going to come from. It's when teams start getting chippy that, you know, you start seeing bad basketball. But nice take there by Purchase, and he's working hard on both ends of the court. He keeps having to run back because he's kind of the safety guy on the defensive end. Miller with the nice take, and they're going to get Cesario Scott on the arm, I believe. Nice effort there by Cesario Scott, though. So Miller will go to the line shooting 2. And even with minimal fans here in this gym, the energy is high. And we've seen it get high energy in this gym so far every game this year. And we're seeing it here once again, even on this Saturday afternoon. And Miller makes both. Chambers looking to make something happen. He'll get blocked. Miller with the ball. He's advancing it. And he will pass up the 3 for another 3. That's no good, but then Miller will get the rebound. Bruins kind of in a scramble mode here, and Rumsey able to hit the little layup.
So Chatfield has cut it down to just a 5-point game. Still have 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this quarter, so definitely not even close to over yet. Bruins are going to have to tighten things up a little bit on the defensive side of the court. They've looked like they've been a little bit unorganized, missed a couple box outs. Chatfield has gotten some second chance opportunities, so going to want to just tighten it up. They've been playing great defense this whole game, so kind of get back to that a little bit.
On that last offensive or defensive possession, rather, they were kind of all over the place. They didn't really. One guy wasn't on a single Chatfield player the whole possession. So
really nice catch there by Condon, and
there
he's able to get the finish. And Condon, you know, he works really hard always, and doesn't always get a ton of points because he's the one setting the screen or making the assist. But nice job there by Condon, and there will be a little over and back there for the Chargers. And that's just what the Bruins needed right there. And in for the Bruins, number 1, Matthew Lee, and number 10, Asher Nofziger.
Matthew ditched his bright orange shoes. Curious if he went a different route or didn't like how he played that night. But
is anyone here last night? Was he wearing those last night?
I thought I saw them on last night, but you never know. I think he practiced with them all week this week.
Maybe you can't wear the same shoes 2 days in a row for games, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe so.
I don't know. I've never had enough pairs of shoes to be able to do that. So
Booth will go to the line. For the bonus shots. And he makes the first one. And the second one's good too. And nice shots there by Booth, and those are important shots here as we get into these late game scenarios. Chatfield looking to move the ball. Trying to get a good shot off. They don't need to panic quite yet. It's still just a 9-point game. And they're going to get the Chargers on the offensive. Don't quite know who that one was.
I think they called a 3-second violation, so.
Oh. And Bruins spacing out their offense now, looking to take as much time off the clock for every possession, but unfortunately Purchase throws it a little hard for Booth, so that'll be out of bounds on the Bruins. Chargers ball.
We've talked about it in other games earlier this year. You know, no shot clock in high school basketball, so theoretically this Creek offense could just kind of hold the ball, pass it around. 3 minutes left. It could be a few possession game, but you know that Chatfield's defense is not just going to let them do that. They're going to be putting pressure on. Bruins are already in the bonus, so still Chargers have to play smart defense.
Nice possession there for the defense for the Bruins, and you know, definitely want to take care of every shot. It looks like they're going to get Knopfziger over the back. I think Purchase was looking for a call there. It looked like maybe the defense might have gotten him on the arm on that shot. And just a little bit ago, Remington Larson checked back into the game. And, you know, he plays such solid defense that, you know, I'm sure Coach wanted another body out there that was going to really play good defense, box out, you know, all the fundamental things you need here in these late game scenarios.
For sure. And, I mean, as we've seen, lots of people on this Bruins team can handle the ball, but as you're trying to kind of stall, use time off the clock, having another guard out there is definitely going to be an advantage for the Bruins.
And not a whole lot of pressure here by Chatfield. You know, they're only up by 9 points. There we see a little bit of a trapping scenario. Booth with the 2. It's no good. And Chatfield looking to push the ball down the court. And, you know, I wonder what Coach Sturtinger thinks of that shot. And Miller will take the deep 3. No good. Booth with the rebound. And nice board there by Kerry Booth.
Tell you what, that was a 35-second possession before Booth took that shot, so definitely taking a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, you know, and we've seen the Bruins kind of just take a more lax approach a little bit this fourth quarter, but taking open shots when they have them.
And nice shot there by Matthew Lee. We saw a couple guys on the ground after Booth's attack, and that is no good. It looks like they're going to call it out of bounds on the Bruins. And checking into the game, number 11, Trayvon Chambers.
I definitely think you can see this fatigue for the Bruins. They are trying to kind of use as little energy as possible on offense, trying to still play good defense, but you can see just this throughout this fourth quarter that they're tired. They're feeling that game last night.
Yeah, and I think they've done a really good job so far here today. You know, turning it around like that is tough. Purchase with the amazing steal there, and he'll pull it up, and I mean, that's the athleticism we've seen from Purchase all year, and we see it there again. Quite the play for him. Chargers coming with a trap. That pass a little high there for Purchase. And with 43 seconds left, Bruins have extended this to a 12-point lead. Deep three there by number 35, Parker Teff, is good. And it's back down to 9 with about 30 seconds left. And I've loved how this Bruins team has played today. They've come out with a lot of energy, you know, coming out on a Saturday. It's tough, especially after that Grandview game last night. But they've done a good job, and even in points where they aren't scoring as many points or something like that, they're still playing really solid defense. And I think that if, you know, they can continue that throughout the rest of this season and into the postseason, they're going to be very successful, because defense leads to offense in basically any game that you're playing.
For sure, and you're talking about postseason. Every single game that the Bruins have played this season is so important. Earlier this week, there was a snow day. The Mullen game got canceled. It's not going to be rescheduled. So, you know, just little games taken off of the schedule for the Bruins. Every single game counts for those RPI rankings as you go into the end of the season. So Bruins really trying to execute, play hard, and use any opportunity they get to prepare for the postseason.
So we are surely going to see full court press here by the Chargers. So Chambers will take it out. Purchase and Larson in the half court. Bruins able to get it in. And Bruins doing a nice job. I think that the Chargers were trying to get a foul there.
Able to take over 10 seconds off the clock and move the ball so fast that the Chargers were not able to foul before the ball was swung.
There should not have been that much time off the clock. I mean, they tried to foul probably 2 or 3 times before it got called.
Yeah, and, you know, that's a little game of hot potato there. Nice job by the Bruins just slinging it around, and Booth will make his first free throw, giving the Bruins a 10-point lead with 17 seconds left in this game.
We've talked about it with inbounds, but it really helps when you've got a couple guys that you can kind of stick their arms up and you can throw it to them and feel pretty confident that they're going to catch it. So in that situation, too, that's a big deal.
Booth made his second. Chargers looking to get a couple more shots off. Nice shot there by Jones, and Chatfield will call a timeout. 10 seconds left. Bruins lead by 9. And at this point, if you're Coach Dertinger, just tell your team, hey, we're just going to get the ball in, you know, make our foul shots like we've been doing, but not much you're going to do differently here, in my opinion.
And not much Chatfield can do in 10 seconds down by 9 either.
I mean, you would need an impressive defensive stand with a couple really nice three-point shots.
In 10 seconds.
I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely. And
I just wonder if they're going to foul right away, put the Bruins back at the line with under 10 seconds to go. I mean, this game is everything but over. Respectfully, of course.
And I was about ready to say that if you foul the Bruins before they get the ball in bounds,
you get the time, I guess.
Get the time. So definitely an interesting tactic there, but one that works if you're trying to conserve as much time as possible. And this is where, you know, if Chambers can hit these free throws, you're leaving them with about 10 seconds left, down by 11. So big free throws here for Chambers, but like you said, I'm not quite sure what all the Chargers would be able to do here in these next 10 seconds.
Well, and there's been a lot of fouls in this game, and so as we saw, number 2 just fouled out right there. So, you know, obviously, like we were just talking extensively about, it's going to be hard for the Chargers to come back, but they're going to want to be mindful of their three-point shooters, because that's the only way that they would even get close to staying in this game.
I would love to see them come back now. Now I want them to in 10 seconds. I want them to prove me wrong, but 10 seconds is 10 seconds.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Nice shot there by Chambers. He makes the first, taking that lead to 10. And we hear Chatfield's coach saying, gotta go, gotta go. Chambers makes the second one, and they'll roll the ball up the court. Jones will look to take the three-point shot. No good. Booth fighting for the rebound with Miller. And time will expire here, so.
Couldn't quite pull it off.
Exactly.
You don't realize how fast 10 seconds is until it actually goes on the clock.
No, for real, for real.
So with that, we are finished here in the Kirby Lyle Gymnasium. The Cherry Creek Bruins beat Chatfield 60-49, and great defensive stand there by the Bruins. And they've had a couple big wins here in the second half of this season, and I think that if they can continue to carry this momentum into the end of this season and into playoffs, they're going to find themselves having some success. All right, well, with that, from the Kirby Lyle Gymnasium, for the whole Cherry Creek Sports Network crew, I'm William McDavid, signing off on CCSN.